Hello everyone. So it's been a while since I've made a video, I think. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna break up this train and because there's way too many cars and it's kind of mixed, so I don't need all these wagons. I only need like a few to finish what I was doing. I made some changes since the last time you lot saw this, so we'll just take the porters and yeah, grab put fuel in these things. Oh, fuel or fireboxes, I mean. I don't think I'll need two porters, but just in case we do. Okay, that's pretty low on water. What about you? Oh, well, this thing's basically empty, so... Alright, the door. So we'll go top that porter up with water. They both could do with water, actually. So, yeah, we'll go, Oh, hang on. I might not have to go all the way to the front. That'd be useful if this works. I don't remember putting that there, but I guess I did put the water tower there. Let's see if that actually is in line with the line. If it is, that'd be so much easier. Oh. Yeah, that just kind of clipped through the sand dome then, but oh well. Right, there we go. That should be taking on water. This one is really low. So we'll go top up this one while it has a chance. I made quite a few changes to my yard as well. Alright. I went past the water tower. Oops. I thought the sand tower was the water tower for a minute. From like a distance, they kind of look similar. I did mess with a bunch of audio settings, so I'm hoping you can hear me over the game, because when I was watching my videos back, I do know that when the locomotives are going, you can barely hear what I'm saying, which granted is annoying, but I'm trying to work on that one. Also, even though it's like 1:29 in the morning, it's still fucking too hot. Like, literally, it's been hot for days, unbearable. I know I live in the UK, right? And you Americans think our weather's a joke, and we're just complaining. We're not. We have no way to cool off. Once something's hot, it's hot, and our houses are literal ovens, because it's designed to trap heat. And the joke that the Americans that do take the piss about us complaining, how do you know what it's like when you don't live here? Like seriously, I want to know how can you make judgment when you don't experience it? Because something may feel low to you, but you don't actually experience it in the environment that we have. Your environments are completely different to ours. So how can you make judgment? And it's like 20 degrees, and it's 1 in the morning. Like... And tomorrow... Well, not tomorrow, because it's already tomorrow, technically. But, like, it's already hot. You must be getting close to... Oh, you are? Okay. I got a bit sidetracked with the weather rant then. But it is stupid, because... Like I said... You'll never know what our weather's like because you don't live here or even visit the ones that do complain. Like, come visit us in a heat wave. You'll change your mind. It's hell. The only relief we get is a Tesco refrigerator. A Tesco's like a supermarket. The only relief we get is if you go to Tesco and stand in the frozen food section. That's the only relief we get. Right, we're gonna put this one back in the shed because I don't think we need this one at the moment, but we might later. Alright, we'll put the old porter in the shed. Hang on. You don't have to do this, but because of my OCD, I like all the numbers to be at 0 when I park vehicles. Like I said, you don't have to do that, obviously. Right then. Oh, the camera bugged out then and was inside the water tower. Right. We'll just change the track so we don't derail. Wait, hang on. I'll back up. We want to switch that one to the alternate edge. Yes, then we can come all the way around. I did turn on automatic couplers because the link and pin thing, yes, that's authentic, but it's annoying as fuck. The automatic couplers is so much easier. And I kind of don't like how it makes the locomotives look because they just don't look right with the knuckle couplers, but honestly it's easier than the link and pin stuff, so we're doing that from now on, even though I don't quite like the aesthetic of knuckle couplers. Right. Right. Well, disconnect this car here. The brake fan. Yes, I know it's not a brake fan, but this would be a brake fan in Britain. Oh wait, I forgot about this system. Yeah, okay. Also, I'm trying to be more cautious with camera movements because I had a comment saying that my camera movements were too jarring, so I'm trying to take that into account. But the sensitivity in this game is really high. Well, not high, like, it's just you know. Well, I'll try my best with the camera movements. Reverser all the way back. Regulator back. Oh. Oops. Wait, hang on. Roll into that. Shunting's not going very well so far, is it? Right, reverser all the way back. Regulator open. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the car in that section of track there. I need to roll off the point. Like, we'll break up the cars, and then we'll see how. Then we'll go to the smelter to pick up rails, and then we'll go from the smelter to the coal mine. No, not the coal mine. Yeah, to the coal mine to drop the remaining rails off, and then we'll come from the. Then we'll go from the coal mine to the sawmill, then from the sawmill back to the depot, change the wagon type, change the wagons and then go pick up a bunch of coal, and well, not a bunch, but pick up some coal and fill up the coal towers, so we can actually start using our locomotives that fuel that take coal, and then we'll look at the logistics and see what we can do. Right, break. Because at the moment I don't really I can't really use my coal-fired engines because I don't have any coal, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get some coal to do. Or tonight, I guess. Alright, we want to break the line here. Wait, are the brakes on? No. This is why we might need the other porter, but I think we should be fine. This little thing's got a lot of bite for its size. Wait a minute, is the fucking whole train coming with it? So it was very... Oh, god damn it! Right, I thought that was gonna happen. Oi, what do you think you're doing? This multi-locomotive unit thing, like, yes, it's great, because it makes double heading easier, but... It is bloody annoying when you're not trying to double head and there's a locomotive in close proximity. If the devs ever come back... Oh yeah, this game's largely abandoned, so like, I doubt the devs will ever come back, but if they do, I would hope they change that, because it's inconvenient. Yes, this, I can't get back on the bloody locomotive now. Alright. Okay. I can't tell if we're off the points or not. Alright, I'll brake here because I think that's far enough. Now we can go into this, we want to switch that one there. So we can roll out in front. And then we'll need to switch that one to the middle. Yeah, and then we can shunt. Okay, there we go. Right. Now we need to check this store because I forgot what cars actually take. I forgot what wagons actually take, like, that did not go to plan. Well, that was funny though. I guess we need to move this one forward, because, yeah. That was funny though. Okay, let's just move this one forward. Alright. Tell you what, while we're we'll chuck some logs on the fire because she's been sitting for a while, so you know, since we're gonna use this locomotive to go to do what we need, we should probably keep her fired. So we'll just do that. Right, now this is why I prefer the automatic coupling. Hang on. We have to reverse out a bit because the game won't let us re-rail on a switch for some reason. which is kind of annoying, but not that bad. Alright. We'll pull out about there, that should be enough. I know I said I was trying to do less camera angles, which, to be fair, I'm not moving the camera that much. I'm literally just playing the game as intended. And I used to get overly paranoid with like checking the cars every 5 minutes, which is I think what people meant by jittery. But like when I first started playing this, I kept derailing every 5 minutes and it just kind of made me paranoid. But my tracks have gotten a lot more stable, and so I don't have to worry about derailing too much anymore. So like I should be able to have smoother camera adjustments, so I don't have to keep checking every 5 seconds. Well, I didn't have to do that in the past, but you know, you get paranoid, and then it reinforces behaviors, and you don't really notice it's a problem until like someone says, "Hey, this video made me feel car sick," and it's like, oh well, I guess if I'm going to make videos on it, then I should at least try and avoid the car sick feeling. Yeah, that one will go this way. And then I want that one to go that way, but I'll check just to... Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Right. Now before, I would have to struggle with the link and pin thing. I shouldn't have probably turned those brakes off, because they're just going to roll away. But that's okay. We'll catch up with it. See, now before with the link and pin option, like I would have to go and try and align everything up, then put the pins in, and then that would be annoying, especially if it's loads of cars. But like these, you literally drive it into each other, and they hook up automatically, and that's way better than previous. So yeah, I'm sticking with the coupling settings thing from now on. Alright. This is what I was trying to do earlier, but the other train was in the way. Right. Yeah, I built a bunch of yards, like, I built a bunch of, I don't know if my yard was like this, but either way, I have a bunch of places to put tracks and, like, cars and stuff. Right. There are some audio bugs in this game that happen occasionally. So when I pause, it's because it's just like a constant tick, 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 which you can't hear, but I can. I mean, I don't care too much about that. It's just a slight annoyance for me. We need to change the tracks, because I want to go all the way back here. Change to this one. I'll go up here. And I need to switch this one so we can actually get to the rail line. Change to that one, like so. Yeah. Right, and we'll go get the locomotive. I'm on the wrong line. I don't know how long this will take, but these videos tend to be kind of long. Not on purpose, they just are genuinely long sometimes for some reason. Alright. Right then. I don't know why I said right then twice. We also need to figure out how to get to my coal line because for this yard, because it's been a while since I built it, so that could be problematic. But I'm not too worried about that just yet. Alright. Okay. Break. Right. And we flick this switch to that one. I guess we can switch that one. No, wait. Leave that where it is. Because these cars belong with a group of cars already. I just forgot what line they're down. This line. Okay. So I guess we want to change it so they're down that line. Yeah. Okay, so we want to change this one to the far end. And this one needs to be to the far end. Yeah, there we go. Right. We'll just roll, like, coast, because, you know, we'll let gravity do the work. We'll make sure everyone's facing the right way. Yeah, we'll just coast for a while. I think we should be fine. Slow and steady. A little bit of power. Alright. Now we'll split the cars and put them down here. So we probably wanna split like here, I reckon. That's not. Yeah, that's one problem with this. You think you split the cars when you haven't. So, like, linking pin is really annoying because of how many times you have to uncouple and couple. It gets repetitive. And then this one is easier because you only have to uncouple, technically speaking, because of the automatic thing. But it is difficult to tell if you split the cars or not. Like, because sometimes the animation plays, but then, like, but sometimes it, like, rolls forward and reconnects, and you don't realize. Alright, that should do it. Actually, I would argue that. Hang on. I reckon, right? We can. We only really need like to take. We can leave this one. Yeah. That makes more sense. Break. And then we switch. Hmm. I need to turn the weather and daytime cycles on. I completely forgot they were off. Oh well. Right. Right. Now we just unconnect. And yeah. That worked out. Right then. Far right. And then we... Brake. Reverse. Wait, audio bug. Oh. Oops. Hang on. Hey, hang on a minute. No, we won't start ripping up track, but I just had an idea for a future yard improvement, I guess. Break. Well, I don't know if my yard improvement idea would actually work. Technically the fire's gone out, but we're just using the heat left over and like the boiler like a battery. Because, like, why waste wood when we're practically done with shunting? That was actually pretty good parking right by the switch. That never happens. Alright. Alright, now I grab the brake van and reverse back. And then we'll connect it up to the rest of the train. Yeah, that one time with the switch, that was just a fluke. Like, that never happens. Like it did earlier. Yeah, we're going down the right line. that. Then we disconnect the porter. We brake off, reverser back, regulator open, reduce regulator, reduce reverser. Use that mode because that's easier to see. Get out, change the switch. No, not that switch, change that back. I didn't have to touch that switch, it's this switch that we had to change. It's confusing when you have like several switches in a tight area. It's not like I can label them. Well, I mean I could, but I just don't know what I would label them with. Alright. Back in the shed you go. Oh, don't delete the bloody locomotive, that was close. Right. Let's just check the water. We'll top it up while it's here. Right. Not because I lit a fire in the really old porter and didn't do anything with it. We'll probably go fuel this up too, because like, well, not fuel, but add water, because you know it was really low last time, and if I fuel it up if I put water in it now, when I do actually need it, I don't have to do that later. Just save some time, I suppose. Not much time, but some time. We missed the water tank entirely. These porters, they're kind of, they're really great, but they have really tiny tanks. Like they do not last long at all. God, fuck's sake! Climb on the fucking locomotive, you dickhead! Oh, there we go. I didn't think that was reaching, but it did. I got frustrated for nothing then. That's funny how that works. Right, I'll close the lid. I slightly overfilled it. Oops. And don't worry about it. It'll just spill off. It's not the end of the world. Right. It's harder to set the locomotives to 0 on everything with the controller I'm currently using, because the controller I'm currently using has stick drift, but my other good controller that doesn't have stick drift, the headphone jack doesn't work. So this is the only way I could record audio. Is use the worse of broken controller. I don't know how. I guess I'm just unlucky with controllers. Right. Back we go. Hang on. Right, 0. Alright. Shut the shed door. Right then. We haven't even left the yard yet. Like, it's probably annoying because, well, it's not annoying, but, you know, it's a really slow process at the moment. Uncouple that. I want to go top this locomotive up with sand and probably some water because she's probably kind of low from the last run. You think you'll connect it and you don't? Right, we'll go backwards. Right. Right. Get back in the locomotive. This locomotive's a Glenbrook, I think. Hang on. Baldwin. Yeah, it's a Glenbrook. And the switch point wasn't set. Okay, but we kind of jumped the rail and then the train sort of fixed itself, so that was lucky. Right, I'll take this to the sand tower. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. The house where the sand comes from. Right. Right. Yeah, the footplate is kind of. This locomotive's a bit dodgy. Like sometimes you can stand on these platforms, and then other times you can't. Like sometimes you clip through it, and so yeah, the collision boxes for this locomotive is a bit dodgy, but it's powerful though. So, well, out of the current other locomotives I have, it's the strongest one I have. So that's why we're using this. What's the water like? Well, we're here. I wonder if I can do both at the same time, because if I can, that would be great. I think I tried to set it up like that, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. Yes, okay. I just need to adjust it slightly and... Yeah, there we go. Right. Problem solved. We'll go check the sand. If I can just stop clipping through the footplate. Or the running board. Get on the running board, you dickhead. I don't want to use fly mode. Right there. Nope. Yeah, the collision box on this locomotive is awful. Right. That's not really... That's taking... The sand towers take forever, to be fair. Right, what about you? Yeah, it's getting there. I'll just grab some wood from the wood pile. Because, you know, I'm not going to use the tender fuel when I don't need to. I'd rather save the fuel in the tender for, like, the main journey. While the locomotive is, taking on fuel and sand, what we'll do is we'll see what wagons I need to use to deliver... Hang on, close that. Yeah, we'll see what wagons I need to use to deliver, rails. Is it this one? Yeah. It's those ones I need to use. Right. now we can check the coal mine to see... we'll zoom out. Coal mine is way up the top there. Okay, we need to do wood as well. But we'll go dump the rails there. And then we'll come back, switch to wood, and yeah. There's a weird texture bug happening with the window. That's funny. I couldn't find... The reason why it says Glenwood Springs instead of Glenbrook on the nameplate there, because I couldn't find in the... See, you can't name the locomotives on the Xbox version of this game, which is annoying. Like, there's no self-typing feature, so you have to use a preset list. So, you know, none of the names I really liked, and since I can't set my own names, I was just calling them the names of the locomotives, like Porter as a Porter, Shay as a Shay, etc. Yes, that's boring, but at least it made sense. But I couldn't find in the preset list Glenbrook, so I just went to Glenwood Springs because I figured it's still technically a it still says Glen. But yeah, I hate that I can't physically type my own names. Which is why my tenders are blank, because I don't know, I just don't want to use a railway that the dev... I just don't want to use, like, names for railways that the devs came up with. I'd prefer to use my own stuff, but I can't, so... We make do. Right. We started at 1 AM something. It's now... Well, not bang on 1, it was like 1-ish. It's now 2 AM something, so... Hopefully we get moving soon, because we're just pantsing around. But I guess it is a Steam game, so nothing... Alright, sand is done. Well, that emptied the tower pretty much. Like that ate so much sand. Which makes me wonder, did I leave the... No, okay, glad to... I thought... how are you going? Yeah, right, that's full too. Right. Now we need to go to the smelter, right? We'll just reduce the air compressor because... we're running a light train, so we don't necessarily need it on 100%. We just need it that it can fill the air brakes up. Oops. I don't remember releasing the brake, but I guess I did. Oh dear. Alright. Speaking of releasing brakes, we need to release this wagon brake, which is why I've climbed onto the back of the tender. Alright, release that. Brake, reverser in... Alright. Lower the reverser to like 30%. Not everything should be preset up, so like, we should just go the way without any hiccups. Although there is a bit where I do need to set switches when I get closer to it, but for now we're okay. audio bug again. Right. Past the roundhouse. Right. You know, we don't need max steam. We're going at a nice pace. Right, now, in a bit we do need to be cautious with the switches, because like, I had to mess with them for shunting. I buried some of the tracks so it would have like an old overgrown vibe, but that's why some of my tracks disappear into the, like, that's why some of my tracks are covered in the grass, because I kind of buried them in the map, sort of, but I did that on purpose, as I wanted it to look overgrown in some places. I didn't even notice the reverser was creeping up. What's the problem when you have stick drift, like, so... Alright. This is where we need to pay attention, so we're just gonna hit the... Right, we're just gonna stop for a minute. Alright, we're all out. Switch. And then we want to switch. Switch. Yeah. There we go. Still having a tense attention with audio bugs for a minute, but we're just gonna check the brakes because we've... It felt like the locomotive was a little sluggish earlier, but sure it's just they haven't played in a while. Alright. Once we get moving, I'll reduce the reverser down to like 30% and cut the throttle again. Well, not cut it completely, but, you know. Alright, there we go. Now we'll... just a bit. It's kind of hard to get... Okay, we may a bit... We need more steam, because like this hill is quite steep, so... Yeah. Well, we'll keep the regulator open a bit, or... You know. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can derail here. That's way too much speed. Way too much speed. Right, brakes. Right. Crisis averted. Now, I did build this bridge a little bit too low, so we're going to clip through it, but no problem. And now we're going to... Oh, normally the bridge kicks us out of the locomotive. Yeah, I struggled placing that bridge. I tried to get it a similar height to that bridge, but I misjudged it. So we clipped through that one bridge, which is kind of annoying, but not too bad overall. Yeah. Hang on, we need to... Oh, it is set, okay. Alright, now we need to floor it. Or we might not make it up the hill. Because this hill's kind of steep. It's not, it doesn't go on for a while, but it is a steep, like, climb to start with. Oh, now it's way too fucking loud. Okay, this game has audio issues for days. I'm just gonna increase the reverser because I'm thinking we're not gonna have enough. Yeah, there we go. I was paying for lessons, but the guy was kind of a prick. The guy was kind of a prick. A prick. And the guy was really really bad. He had talked so fast and get impatient. I'm texting a friend, so I'm just reading out what I was typing. It's hard to spell in my head sometimes. I did it for like two weeks, but then I decided it wasn't worth it. Yeah, I was paying for lessons, but the guy was really bad. He talked so fast and would get impatient. I did it for like 2 weeks and then I decided it wasn't worth it. I don't think the teach was snobby though. Just impatient. Just not patient enough. Alright. Yeah, we had to run up through the logging camp to get to like the town because it's just how my life goes. And now we have audio bugs again. I'm gonna turn the volume off in my headphones because I'm worried about the speakers popping. I don't know if it could happen, but I don't want to break my headset, so I'm gonna turn the volume way down in my headphones. Like, if it does happen, at least it's not. Yeah. I think we can reduce the cutoff, cut stuff up a bit, because we're running along quite nicely now. Yeah. Maybe not. I forgot how many hills are, like... That's my fault, because I misjudged. I didn't realize there was a hill coming right now. So we might have stalled out on purpose. Not on purpose, but I might have stalled out. I don't know, well, okay. That was my fault, because I thought we were mostly flat. I really don't remember my line. It's been so long. Alright. There we go. This is a little too fast for my liking, but I'm sure it's fine. This corner might be too steep to take at high speed, but I guess we'll find out. No, we're doing it. Also, I wanted to turn the day cycles back on, didn't I? On. Let's just, let's add a few more digits to that. Yeah, the reverser in this game doesn't... It kinda works right, but not really, so I mean... You just kinda have to pin it 100% if you actually want to go anywhere, but in reality, you wouldn't really pin a reverser to 100%, nor the regulator, but... the logic in this game is kinda like go-karts when you have a load, so that's slightly annoying. I think we might get away if we reduce the throttle though. Because you have to use the triggers to like use the throttle. It's kind of difficult to get it like at a path, at like a number that isn't 50. Like, you know, like 50... A number that has a 0 instead of like an odd number. That's what I was trying to think of it. It's hard to get it on a normal number. Hang on, I have to Google what's the opposite of an odd number because I'm a dumb fuck. What is the opposite? No, you idiot. OP... more regulator. OP, opposite. What is the opposite of a odd number? An even number. That's what I was trying to think of. I can't believe I had to fucking Google that. What's wrong with me? Fuck's sake, man. But yeah. It's really hard to get like throttle settings and just stuff on even numbers. I mean, like, it doesn't matter too much, but I prefer it on even numbers because I'm not OCD thing. Oh, god damn, man. Alright. We're going along quite nicely, aren't we? It should take us to the smelter, which is where we'll get the rails from. We might have too many rails, but I'm not too bothered about that because we can work with that. The audio bugs back. I wish this game didn't have audio bugs, just because it'd be easier for me. I'm going to turn my bedroom light out because it is getting hot in my room, like really hot. It's ridiculous. I don't necessarily need the light on anyway, it's not like you lot can... Alright, I'm gonna stop the commentary for a minute, so I'm just gonna go open my bedroom window to try and let some air in, because this room is unbelievably hot. But, I'll leave it at this camera angle and... hopefully nothing bad will happen. It shouldn't take too long anyway. I opened my window, and in true British fashion, absolutely nothing's changed. So that was a waste of time. Although, hopefully things will get better. I was just making sure I had all my cars still. Right, we should go past the wheat farm, and then into the cattle farm. No, that don't make sense. The wheat farm, then the smelter, and then hopefully from the smelter direct to the coal mine. But there might be a chance where I take the wrong track and end up at the cattle farm, and then if that happens we can just go from the cattle farm to the coal mine. But I'd largely prefer just to go from the wheat farm to the smelter, then from the smelter to the coal mine. But hopefully it goes well. Because that would be like, that's a more direct line. I mean, I have two ways of getting there, it's just one is more direct, and the shunting did take quite a bit of time. When did I put fuel in the fire? I mean, when did I feed the look? I don't remember, like, doing that, but we were... oh well. I'm not too worried about slowing down or speeding up because, like I said, like my lines have gotten a lot better from when I first started playing. So we can actually take stuff at speed occasionally. Although this, I do want to rework this bit because it's still a bit sketchy in my mind. It's not as sketchy as it was. I'm wondering if I can make that more straight. The problem is, once you pull out something that works, you end up breaking everything else, so I've been kind of reluctant to do it. Anyone ever watch Petticoat Junction? Because, like, I actually quite like Petticoat Junction. I started watching it recently. You can find like every single episode on YouTube. It's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you lot should go watch Petticoat Junction. It's pretty cool. what else is happening in the week? Let's see. I met up with a friend. That was pretty fun. We walked around the town, and we went to this little American diner, and we had burger and fries, but the menu just said burger, so I ordered fries for us to share because I didn't think the fries. I didn't think the burger would come with fries, and then we ended up having too many fries because the burger came with fries too, even though the menu made it just seem like fries. Right, so then we had to go to a Poundland, which I don't know if you have something similar, if you're from America. If anyone from America watches this, but like, Poundland's like this store where everything's really, really cheap. Well, it's supposed to be cheap, but in later years it's more like 5-10 quid. But anyway, we had to go buy a bunch of like plastic tubs to put like the chips in to take home. Oh, and also in this diner, what really annoys me about it is there's this big massive poster that takes up half the wall. But the problem is AI, and like the milkshake glass is part of the bloke's hand, and then like there's the woman that has like 6 or 7 straws in this just massive jug of milkshake. It's not even in a cup, it's a jug. Like I hate how AI is everywhere. I saw a t-shirt in Asda the other day, right, and it had a shark on it that was literally like melting, and I swear that was an AI image. Like oh, Asda's like a supermarket kind of thing with it's like Tesco, but not Tesco. It might be slightly cheaper than Tesco. But anyway, in the clothing section upstairs, there is this t-shirt that had a shark on it, but the shark was dissolving, and it looked so bad. I hate AI being in everything now. It's forced on our phones. It's forced on products that are physical. Game companies are trying to push AI. It fucking sucks. Like, what happened to just making something like real without getting a computer to do it? I think AI could be useful for some things, but not generating art, because it takes images people already use, it takes other people's art, smashes it into something that resembles it, and then expects us to accept it. That's the big issue with AI. And it's just crap. And it's flooding everything. So sick of it. And then it messes with you, and then the chatbots, like, I've had tons of ads for like anime chatbots, chat with this character, or chat with that character, or like they're oddly framed as sexual. It's like, you don't need this stuff. That fucks with your brain chemistry. Seriously, like, what's happening these days? And then like these massive data centers in some places, like seriously, like it needs to stop. I know it probably won't though. If anything, we'll be lucky if it slows down. But there's, I have so many groups to do it. I feel like a lot of people. See, sometimes I don't really know what to commentate on, because I mean, nothing's really happening in the game. I'm just trying to have general graphics, I suppose. Story time. I didn't really have any more stories because I've been stuck inside so long with the heat that like nothing, you can't do nothing. You're just stuck inside because the heat is so bad, and then you go outside and the heat's worse. And the air is so stale, you just can't do anything. just did that because, well, it's a train game and it was tempting. Hang on, what's that? Whoa, 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 I want to know what that is. Hang on. Is that my brake fat? Oh. I lost my brake fan. Well, good job I noticed. How did that happen? See, that's what happens when you don't check your camera. Okay, how many white? I should have 6 cars. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we were lucky then. No, I was complaining how nothing was happening and it was going really smooth, and then I lost the brake van and I didn't even realize it. Ugh. I wish there was audio cues for like when things derailed, because that would be, at least you would know. Right, I think we're connected. I was thinking stuff was going way too well. Right, reverser all the way up. Now because we're on a hill, I don't know if we're going to be able to get going again. Because, like, we are on a hill. But I think we're mostly fine. Yeah, okay, that was lucky. That's why I, like, oh god. That could have been much worse. I thought it was a leftover car from like an old run, but no, it was literally just the brake van. We should be going for this smelter. Although this line is taking a lot longer than I remember. Yeah, okay, no, we are going for the smelter. I'll zoom out a bit. Can I turn daytime and nighttime on? I don't know. I feel like it's on. Yeah, okay, daytime is on. I'm trying to keep... I don't like this angle because, like, well, I can't really see where we're going now. But, I'm gonna turn the camera back around to face, like, where we actually going, because this is awful, we can't see. So, sorry about the jittering. Yeah. I'll try and get the wheels in view just so you can like watch the connecting rod like move up and down, I suppose. Well, that's like a main feature of this new train, right? We'll reduce the cut. Yeah, we'll reduce the button now and hook stuff up so like this is all pretty flat going from here. Okay, we're gonna cut now because this is getting a bit ridiculous. But we're coasting at a really high speed. Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll roll right. Like, I'm wondering if we'll just stop right at where I want to stop without needing to touch the brakes, because that would be kind of cool if that happens, but I don't think it will. Well, I put all those slow things there because I've derailed here more times than... No, we're not gonna... I had to use the brakes. Right. Now I have to use the camera angle to load up the train, so it's gonna be a bit jerky. Hang on. We'll back out a bit. Because we want rails. Here. Right. Try and get that on an even number, the air compressor. Well, the compressor at least. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Right, load. Load. Right, now we want to go from here to directly to the coal mine. And also I want to try and use the direct line because I haven't touched that track in ages. And I don't know if the new locomotive, I don't know if this locomotive can actually fit on it, which is another reason why I want to go that way. So I want to make adjustments to the track if this locomotive does not fit on it. Because I did build that line ages back when I only had a porter. I did kind of get a bit curious with expanding way too fast, and so I have a lot of dodgy track before I really understood how to build decent track. So I want to know if this dodgy track needs ripping up, or if the locomotive can actually deal with it. This is probably too many rails, to be honest, but well, I mean, I can always just sell the ones I don't use that. Oh, wait, I fucked things up. I thought the train finished loading. Yeah, oopsie. Yeah, I need to, because now this is stuck in a infinite cycle. Yeah, that was my fault. I thought it looked like it was ready to leave when it wasn't. Right, load. Load. Wait, where's the brake van gone again? Hang on, I gotta go find my brake van. Right, why didn't you come along? Oh, you just fell off the rails. Well, this brake van's a bane of my existence, but I need it because if I don't have it, the carriages are too light at the back and they fishtail all over the place and then they kind of fall off the rails. So I actually need the brake van for weight, and also when it comes nighttime it's useful for that green light because I can see if my train's still attached or not. So it's not like I can just leave the brake van behind, but it's being a nuisance right now. Right, we'll wait for that to stop loading and then we'll reverse to reconnect the brake van. Right, now we'll reattach the brake van. We'll go undo the handbrake. And then we'll go back to the... Alright. Right, forward. Right, hang on. We want to go that way, and then we want to loop that way. Right. We want to go down that way. We want to go down that way. We want to go down that way. Right, no. We're a much heavier train now too. Like, how should I set all my switches right on that map? It'd be nice if I don't have to keep getting out the locomotive, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna go slow down through here because of all the diamond crossings. It'll kick us off the rails out if we go too fast, and we don't want to derail. That would be annoying. Wait, we don't need to go down that loop. I've been overthinking, I have. Come on. No, we just need to go straight. And then, yeah. Right. Full reverser. To get the locomotive and train moving. And then we get moving. We can drop stuff down so we don't go too fast over this crap. Now we're moving. We'll reduce the regulator and reverser. Down to the bare minimum. Okay, we should be able to go a bit faster now because we left the switches for a moment. See, sometimes the reverser works properly and other times it doesn't, which is weird to me. And it's probably just game physics anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright. A bit more steam. Right, now this is where shit gets complicated. Right. Brake. Brake. We're gonna increase the air compressor because we're on a hill, so I just wanna make sure our brakes don't give out. Iron ore mine, wheat farm, coal mine. So what we want to do is we want to... That one there says we want to be on this track, I believe. Right, so we need... to face that way. And that should send us on a... Right, put this pipe down to 20. Hello? Stupid thing. Stupid. Annoying. Dumb. Hang on, let's do it from inside the cab. It might be easier because then we can use the thumbstick. When I find what one the air brake actually is. Which knob is it? It's one of these fuckers. Oh, there's a weird bug there that... One of these valves is the brake, and this game doesn't allow us to touch every valve, so I just have to find the one that it will let us touch. Although I give up trying to do it that way, but we would have more control that way over the D-pad clicky thing. Okay, I guess 26, but I didn't... that's annoying. Right, anyway, we'll... roll off. Alright. I don't want to go too fast here because of all the points and crossings, and it's a nightmare what I concocted, but it is what it is. Just making sure the brake van was coming with me. So that's a habit of derailing, isn't it? Okay, that's a problem. Which I didn't see. Right, we have to go fix that then, don't we? We have to make adjustment, apparently. Alright, we'll delete that bit and we'll add another one of those. That should... and then we'll grab our track piece. Yeah, I know it. We should be able to just connect those two like so. And yeah, there we go. Now the line's clear. I didn't realize that. I think we're okay to open up soon, so we'll let the locomotive build speed. We'll feed the fire because that's getting kind of low. We don't have to touch that for a while now. We'll slow down again now because the crossings. I know this may sound like we just did a loop, but there's reason for it. It's a really tight space, and I had to try really hard to fit everything in. So like we cross over it, and there's a lot of crossings and loops, and it seems like nonsense, but it's not nonsense. If it works, don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it yet, you know. I'm gonna increase the reverser a little bit because this is a hill. Now we have audio buttons again. Yippee. Okay. We have to go back because our train disconnected apparently. Of course it did. Oh god, god. Yeah, right, fuck up with this, didn't we? Right, let's see. Let's put that back on the line. What about you? Can we... Okay, if we move you closer... And then that might give us the space we need for you. Okay, about... Alright. Yeah. We're just gonna do a head count a minute. I don't know if we've lost it. 1, 2... No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus brake fan. Yeah, everything's there. Right. why... That's because we're on a hill, aren't we? And I think the brakes are locked on one of the carts. Or carriages, but which one is it? Flatbeds, I get. Yo. Okay, that... and you... no. Okay, that explains why it was struggling. There we go. Now we get to try our old dodgy track I haven't tried in ages. We won't go too fast yet because we're still in a yard that is sketchy as fuck. And we can derail super easily. I think that's the last of the crossings at least, so we should be accessing the yard now. Hey, Mario Bugs, what do you do? Oh wait, I forgot about this crossing. I don't want to go too fast over these because you will derail. You better take it slow, which is why I stuck all those warnings everywhere here. To remind myself, because I really don't like going slow, it's kind of meh. Now we're leaving. We should be leaving the train. Yeah. That's really good first pointer. I don't know if we'll have the steam now because of how slow we took this. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen because we took it too slow. Okay, I reckon we can make this. I doubt it, that looks steep as fuck, but, but let's try with a bit of speed. Just to see, because we might... This train's got a lot of get up and go, and it's only a light... Like, it's not that many wagons, so it could potentially work, but like I said, I was expecting to need to make adjustments to my line, I just wasn't sure how much. This might be one of those lines where I need to tweak it. Right, we're gonna go back as far as we can. And then try and hit it around 20 because, like, I mean, ideally 20 is kind of slow, but I just do not have the space to get this locomotive up any faster here. So we're gonna try and hit it at 20 if possible. And we'll shove more fuel in the fire. That might help. Faster. Come on. I'm still going a bit slow, really. I'll put sand on as well and hope that'll help. I think we're gonna stall out again, really. audio bug is pissing me off, man. Okay, I want to find out where we stop. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna stall out about here. Right. Okay, so we'll try to do track work here then. We'll just add the brakes, because we don't want to roll back and that'd be annoying. There should be enough brakes. Right, well, we're gonna do track work, so that's happening now. This was meant to just be simple, like here and there back. So, first we need to turn the day-night cycle off so we can actually see, because it'll get dark and then we won't see shit. This is gonna be a long-ass video, so no editing, I'm just gonna fucking yeah. Stick drift, yay! Right. For starters, let's delete. Okay, let's not do that. Right, let's save the game first. Right, okay, let's move the locomotive back because. Oh crap! Now it's all glitchy. I didn't realize that was one massive spline. I thought it was separate splines. Okay, so I better fuck that up. Right, let's just put our stuff down here. And you can't re-rail it on once you do that either, because it bugs the track out. I've tried in the past, and yeah, it's just not worth it. That was kind of funny though, I guess. I mean, I'm not too worried about building a consist too much. I might connect the trains. I might connect the tender to the locomotive though, because of, well, the water situation. But in this game, it doesn't really explode. It just, well, runs out of steam pressure, which is anticlimactic, but annoying if that happens. So, you know, I'll just make sure we won't run out of water. No. Okay, we have two options. Either we fix this track now, or we go the other way. Which I'm not sure what one way to do. How long is this video? It's like an hour. It's like an hour already. It's only 3. Nah, it's gotta be longer than an hour, surely. Oh, okay, got confused with the crossings. There, you dickhead! Right. I opted in for trying to fix the track because, well, I mean, I guess you lot like the modeling side of stuff, the people that do watch these videos. So instead of a quick trip, I mean, it wasn't a quick trip anyway, but like instead of a here, there and back trip, it's now a, you might want to use this to fall asleep to video, because this is going to be long as fuck. Because, well, I don't know math, so my solution is trial and error. So, you know, we're not going to get it right on the first time. No, technically I could just grab the locomotives in this shed and double head, but that's a headache. So I'd rather just fix it. Right, right. Okay, we will connect the train because that just makes sense to do so. Yeah, all the brakes. That would explain why we're not moving backwards. It is quite a pleasant sound, the clanking, when the couplers connect. Alright. I'm stuck in the wood shed. Well, not wood shed, but that, like, wick thing. Alright. First we save the game. In case it crashes. Because that would be annoying if that happens. Now we delete this line. Oh, wrong line. Now we delete this line. Yeah, right. Okay. Can we use the brick? Right. Let's try the brick wall first again. Are you going to connect? Hello? That's not... Okay, that's being a fucking idiot. So, we're gonna connect from here. And it's probably good that we deleted that far back anyway, because like our line's probably kind of bugged out after that. Right. Gain height. Right. We know we can make up that height because that's what we stored up before. Now we flatten out a bit. Right. Let the train run flat for a while. Try and build up some steam speed that we would lose. Right, we've got all this space, right, so we're going to use it. Alright. I'm going to try and curve back on ourselves. Like a... You ever played Snake? And then you sort of like practically run parallel to your body when you get really big. But we're going to try and do that, but with tracks, I suppose. Okay, why don't you want to... This is to try and give the train as the most chance as possible. Okay. Something a little bit iffy. Why am I on bridges? I mean, we will need bridges, but... Right. This is essentially to try and get speed back up for us, basically. Right. Now we want to switch to this wooden bridge. And Trust me, there is a method to my madness. So I believe, at least. Yeah, we'll come through here, like so. Right, stop. One of those. Another one of those. That's not quite how I... Right. We'll run out as far as we can. Alright. Gaining a little bit of altitude. Now we want one of those. I swear I clicked the red bridge. Right. This could be fixing it, or it could be making it worse. Honestly, I have no idea, but we'll I guess we'll find out. Okay. Like I said, we have the space. We might as well use it. Right. Right. Now, someone in the comments is probably going to tell me if someone cares. Oh, actually, you could just build a direct line like that way and that way. Well, maybe I'm not that smart, but this is more direct than the other than my other line I have that goes to the same place. So, meh. Ugh. Right. Turn. Gradually building altitude. Okay, this circle, this radius is really long, but actually that's a good thing because we can just tackle this at like at a high speed. We're gonna tuck that in a bit, about there I reckon, because we're getting pretty far out, which... Alright. I'm gonna add another climbing segment. Alright. I'm hoping with the extra distance we'll be able to build speed and maintain it rather than trying to brute force from earlier. Right. Now we build one of those. One of those to make sure we clear it. And then we... Right. Shrink. Right, now we delete this bit, right? Because that should line up with what we were trying to build earlier. Yeah. Hopefully that's not too tight. Right, now, that didn't take too long, but this is when we find out that it didn't work, and now I have problems and blah blah blah, so let's find out. Right, release brakes. Oh, we'll save the game first, just in case. Continue. Right. Uh-huh. Off. 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 Right. I might have bugged the save thing out because I kind of spam clicked it by accident and now it's like constantly save. Oh well. Hopefully that's not a problem. Let's find out the truth. If this just works, I'll be amazed. This might be too tight for this locomotive thinking about it. Oh no. Oh, that's why it worked like that. It wasn't bloody connected. I was like, wow, this is like way too easy. Okay, back we go. Okay, the save icon is kind of making me nervous now because it should have went by now, literally, that's... Okay, we need to try and connect some of this stuff up, pull it forward, and then, yeah. Huh? Why? Hang on, let's just see something. If I do that, will that fix it? Or have I made it worse? I don't know. Wait. Hopefully the save icon will just fuck off. I didn't realise the brakes were on. Yeah, my hopes might have gotten a little bit too excited earlier. But I do actually think this line isn't... I think we can make this one. We just need more... We just need to approach it at a higher speed, which is challenging. Given the crossing, we'll like... this might be the roll of a dice, but we'll see if we can, like... Alright. We'll go quite far back, and we'll hit it at, like, speed. We're gonna use that straight there, like... and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Because the straights is where we build the most speed up. Alright. We're gonna try from here to build up our speed. I think we can make it though, because we've made steeper hills than that before, so I'm kind of confident we can make that. We just need a good run up. I hope the crossings don't kick the cars too much. If this works, we'll turn the daytime, nighttime cycle back on. Oh, we lost a couple cars. Okay. You know what, we'll get to the apex of this and then we'll... I guess technically cheating, but not really. Given how slow we have to approach this hill, we have to start off way flatter, which I can't be dealing with to figure out right now. Okay, that saving circle is gonna bug me, so what we're doing is we're gonna like quit and go back in because that was bugging me. We might come up with a better solution. Realistic, medium, high, on. Alright. The saving circle was bugging me. it shouldn't have been that glitched out somehow. Right, what kind of situation are we spawned in? Okay. We're in... Right. You know, if we're gonna do a job, we're gonna do it properly. Right. The other bit was kind of rushed, wasn't it? Alright. We're gonna do it right, we're gonna do it properly. Delete all this shit. It's kind of like, we're gonna follow the same baseline. Like, we're gonna do the same path, but just slightly different. Because we have to approach that crossing slow. We need time to run up to build speed after that crossing. So that's how it's gonna be different. Are you... Yeah, that was weirdly confusing my head for some reason. Right. Delete. 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 See, we're deleting all this because trying to reconnect to this would be a pain. The only thing we're keeping is this bit, because at least that makes sense. Right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Whee! Make people feel car sick. Yay! Right, and now we'll grab our tools. Right. Tuck in. Right there, that should give us plenty of run-up speed. Because that's like really flat. Then... Right, we come all the way. No, we're going down. We want to go up after that. And we want to go up in stages. Right, we are still going to loop back on ourselves. Like so. Alright. Too low. Okay, so we need to come up pretty... We need to gain more altitude than that. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna plateau a bit, because it's getting quite, if it gets too steep we'll just stall out again. And we need time for the locomotive to recover, so we're gonna ease off the height a little bit, just to let the locomotive recover, and then straight. About there. Right, then we go here. No, wrong section. We want that one. Right. And then we want this one. No, we don't. We want... because this is more direct, so we need that piece immediately. We'll probably clip through, but honestly, it's fine. Or maybe we can dodge around that piece. Hang on, will that put... right. Okay, then we don't have to worry about adding that piece in yet. Right. We don't want it too tight, so we'll do that. Yeah. Right. Bridge piece. Bridge piece. That piece isn't connected right. Bridge piece. Bridge piece. Right. Connect. It's a little tight, but we'll be fine. We'll clip through it. Right. We're gonna plateau a bit to let the locomotive recover again. Rather than one continuous hill, you want to try and make it so the locomotive can, like, recover, gain speed, and climb again. That's what I'm trying to build anyway. Enough space to, like, keep climbing, but also at the same time, enough spaces to have level off points where the locomotive can actually, like, recover its momentum and then build up more speed. We'll tuck it in. Right, we'll reduce that to 1. Bring the shadow off the wall, just like that. Yep. Right. Now, in theory, Let's see what happens. Oh, it goes downhill a bit, which is probably a good thing. Right. I think this line might work slightly better than our first attempt. So shall we see what happens? We'll clear it first, because that won't be very fun, will it? Right. There is music in this game, but I turned it off because I didn't want to get copyrighted. So that's why it's so like eerie. Because like this game, there's soundtracks that kind of help with the atmosphere, but I had to turn all that off because I would get copyright strikes, and I'm trying to avoid that. Not like it affects anything. It just annoys me to see like the thing that says copyright, blah blah blah, even though it's not copyright because I'm playing the game as intended. Quite a lot of fans in the way, isn't there? Is that enough? Have I cleared them all? I have no idea. But where she might... Oh, there's that one too. Right. Cut all these trees down. Cut that out the tree because that's clipping in, and I don't know if that would trigger a bug or something. Alright, I think we're done with... Oh, that's outside the... Alright, we'll save. I don't know if it doesn't bug the game up now. See, look, that's what it was supposed to do. Like, it was only like a few seconds. We're just gonna go back a bit, because a little bit of speed wouldn't hurt. Like, if we could attack it while we're moving, then we'll build up speed on the straightaway rather than near the end. That's the theory, at least. I'm expecting to make lots of adjustments to the track, because like this is dodgy old track that I haven't touched since I first started playing God knows when ago. I just didn't think it'd be so soon. Your fire's pretty low. Right. Not water. Water's getting kinda low. I'm sure we'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is going as planned. See, like we're that bit is not going as planned though. My plan was to use this whole thing as like a massive runway to build up speed. But as long as we don't stall out, we're fine. And I think once we clear this bridge, we'll start to build up speed again, so... Yeah, we're mostly okay. And we still got plenty of, like, space to... It's just that bit there's a little sketchy, I suppose. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna work how I intended. But we got farther than we did with the other attempt. Hang on, we haven't, like, we're keeping a steady pace. Like our speedometer's not fluctuating or anything, so even if we crawl up, it's a steady pace. Oh, that locomotive fits perfect under there. I thought we were gonna clip through that. Oh, actually, we're picking up the pace now. Okay, so my idea might actually work then. I just hope I cleared all the sands out of the way. Okay, that was that one that I missed, but it luckily didn't bother the locomotive too much. Okay, so this might actually be decent then. This corner could be bad, because I'm not sure if it's sharp or not. But we did alright then. Right. Pass hurdle over. That was really not bad at all. I thought that was going to take forever to get right. And when we get a more powerful locomotive, given how this one struggled at the start but did get up there, I feel like a more powerful one wouldn't care too much. So that's something. Like, if we had more wagons than we currently do, then we'd have issues, but like 6 cars, like this locomotive it's quite easy for it to do. Right now we can just There's another spot I want to try and tweak because it's really zigzaggy and can cause derailments, but we're not there yet. Yeah, I really did get carried away with the bridge pieces on this section of track, didn't I? Like Bridge Central. I've got bridges inside of bridges. I mean, how else do you expand the gap? Oh yeah, night cycle. I said I was going to turn that back on, didn't I? Oh yeah. Right, we'll do it more reversing now because the hill thickness is too good. This might be another part we have to patch, which I'm okay with. Yeah. Right. That's the second spot on our rails we have to patch. Right. I'm okay with that though, because like I said, I was expecting to do track work. I just didn't think earlier we would have to do it so soon. Right. I'm gonna turn the compressor on all the way up because like this is a steep hill and I don't want the brakes draining and my locomotive rolling off somewhere and then I can't find it or it ends up in a ditch. Alright, Alright, I guess we use the space trick again like we did before. That branches into our other line. Alright. We need to gain height, obviously, but not too fast. Alright. We're gonna try and aim through here, I think. Alright. Will the brick wall allow us to get away with it better? No, because it dives down and I need it to stay... I don't need it to do that. I need it to stay up. Right. So we're going to switch to brick wall. Because that's easier to control height-wise for some reason. Right. Make adjustment. Drag that through there. Alright. This is a try and build height pretty much. I've already said that, but I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I'm struggling to commentate on things when nothing much happens, and the stuff that is happening is just me placing track. Okay, now that will shoot off into space. That's a good thing because now we can switch off to the bridge piece. And right. So yeah, kind of like a massive loop we've just done, but that's intentional. Although I do want to not come so aggressively high. I want to cut through the gaps in the between. I want to cut through the gaps in the leg. So we'll want to lower it slightly, and that will give the locomotive a chance to recover too. Right. And then that way. That way a little bit. Yep. Yeah. Select this Iron Bridge or whatever the game calls it. Huh? We might clip through that, but I don't mind about clipping. I only care when the locomotive like gets physically stuck by something. I mean, I guess if I was trying to play this on a public server, then I would try and make it look a bit more and less clippy, maybe a bit more realistic. But since it's just a private server, who cares? It's not really. Well, it's more of a single player mode, but I guess it kind of is similar to private, because like there's a multiplayer mode and then a. So yeah, wrong terminology, but I'm too tired to care right now, so you'll know what I mean. Way. Okay. We're just slightly too high. Actually, that. Now I know that, we can actually, work with that. We can do what I wanted to do. Just have to. I don't really want to dip down, but I guess for. I'm hoping that's not going to be too steep, but let's find out how. Right, let's find how that goes. Walk the line. That's just beside the. I don't know, its thorn is still on the track, so I don't want to. Alright. Well, didn't know what happened then. We sort of went in space for a second. Go under, because it's easier to cut from underneath. No, that's fine. Fine. Or D-tree the track. That's weird. A D. Yep, D-tree. It is weird saying D-tree. It's kind of a fun word, D-tree. Huh. Yeah, you can tell I've literally ran out of things to say like hours ago. Whoever watches me must be lunatics. But like, surely I'm not entertaining whatsoever, right? Oh well. It is what it is, I suppose. Right, we're gonna use the length of this bridge. I know about the camera angles. Sorry, it's just as a comment that was on one of the Railroad Online videos, and it kind of made me paranoid, and now I'm really overconscious about, like, camera angles. It wasn't a bad comment or anything, it's just like, I'm trying to avoid making people feel classic, because that's fair. But it's like, also makes playing the game bloody difficult. So not overly paranoid, just trying to compromise with how I want to play and trying to actually record, I suppose. Alright, full ad brake, full reverser. Right. Right, let's see if this fix works, but I don't think it will. I mean, nothing ever works on the first try, does it? Funny. Oh, it didn't fit. Okay. That's better than I thought it would. As long as the needle stays there, it's fine. Because if it starts dropping, that's when it's a problem. As long as the speedometer doesn't fluctuate or drop, like, we'll be okay. I'm not too sure about this bit. This might be an issue. I guess we'll find out. Right. Okay, so we only have to do a little bit of work, which is not bad. Right. That audio bug where the audio just all fizzles out that's a terrible bug. Right. Right, it was struggling here. I didn't need to reverse that far back then, but I didn't know where the joint was, so I thought best be so sorry. So that'll help the locomotive, like that drop down will help the locomotive. Just gain a little bit of speed, which is needed. It kind of has to start climbing immediately after, which is not so good. This is kind of a bit of a redneck fix, I suppose. But I reckon we can. I reckon it will be fine. Right, let's see what happens, shall we? Oh wow, it's 4:09 in the fucking morning. Yeah, once we do this delivery, what I said about going back and forth, we're not doing that now because it's 4 in the morning. I didn't think the track. I knew we had to do track adjustments, but I didn't think like it would take that long. Too bad, I keep underestimating this game. I think, oh, it'll only be a few minutes. Fuck, and then it's like literal hours. Okay, for this to work, we have to go back and build up proper speed. I mean, yeah, we could crawl up here, like, fine. I don't think it would have stalled, but it wouldn't have built enough speed to continue. We gotta hit this at speed. Hey, audio buds, what the ears? My headset volume off or down. Yeah, where is it? Like, you know. Down. I don't want to figure out. In real life, you wouldn't plug an engine like that unless you were, unless an emergency. But since there's no damage in this game, who cares how you drive the damn thing? And this game does kind of treat the locomotives like go-karts, but honestly that's a plus in my mind because other train sims are so overcomplicated. You actually need like manuals or spend way too many hours inside the game manuals in other train sims. Yeah, okay, we need way more speed. So I kind of like how simple the like driving are in this game. Other train games actually are a nightmare. It's like a little cartoon. But this sort of fits in like it's where the physics are really goofy and the building your own tracks is a lot like this would be considered a cartoon too. But it doesn't look cartoony. Speaker volume that doesn't happen. What else? There's something else that pisses me off in this game. But, oh yeah, there's no audio cues when like the carriages jump the track, so you generally have no idea if you've lost a wagon or not unless you check the camera or physically count if the big train. So yeah, those are the main issues, but everything else, this game's actually pretty fun. Here we go. I think my dodgy fix will semi-work. Like, it'll get us up over onto the wooden plank at least, but I don't know how far we'll get with the wooden bridge. I think the wooden pieces could be a problem. But I think if we could carry enough speed through, we'd be fine. If I was running a bigger train, I wouldn't have a hoping hell in this line. But a small train like this is doable. I do have another way though that I could take potentially if I have to run a larger train. So that kind of balances out, I suppose. Okay, my fix did not actually help at all. That did not... No, that did not help. Okay. Plan B then. We'll have to plug the engine again to make it stop quicker, because I don't want it to fuck off that far. Right. Right. Simple, huh? Right. We can get the height we need still. If anything, that's more height than we had before. Right. Let's try that. Come on, pull forward. We'll turn the sand on to help try and get some more grip on this gradient. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, we still have water in the boiler, so hopefully that doesn't cook off too fast. Come on, you can do it. Climb up this stupid hill. Okay. We've got to roll down. Not a problem. not the problem, is it? Hopefully the weight of the carriages will push us and help us get up to 20 faster. I mean, we don't have to do 20, but like 20 is kind of like a safe bet that would definitely clear a hill kind of thing. Like, I mean, we can clear it between, like, in between 20. It's just, I'm guaranteed to clear it at 20, you know. Add the handbrake. Keep turning handbrakes, rolling back. How close are you going? Alright. Release the brakes. Right, okay, let's go back down the hill. And try again. I'm gonna stop pulling from here. Right. Okay, we have to go on the bridge because I reversed it far back, but don't mind that. That gives us the best chances of doing everything we can, really. Right. My throat is seizing up, man, so my commentary is going to slow down for a bit. Right, let's see how it bites the wood now. Do we stall out or does it take? Okay, it bit the wood. I'm doing okay. We stalled out. Okay, so we're gonna reverse back and bin it. Right. What we need to do is we need to rework this bit. Right, flat. Okay, no wonder then. Right. There is no way that is 4 point something like what it said. That just does not logically make sense in my mind. So 2% isn't too bad. 5% is insane. Okay, well we need a way to. Oh fuck. Ah! Okay. If I can't figure this out, then I'm gonna call it bedtime, and we'll come back another day. Yeah, okay. Track's fucked up now. Right, leave session, because I don't wanna... We'll just go back in and see if where we are exactly. Realistic, medium, high. I quit the session because I couldn't be fucked to fix the track issue again. I didn't want to uncouple everything and recouple everything just because I deleted the track and bugged out the physics. Alright then. Where are we to? Oh, okay, we're here. Okay. Right. We'll have another quick crack at it, but I don't plan on... If I can't fix it this time, then I'm literally calling quits because it's 4:33. I'm just trying to overcomplicate it too, to be fair. Interesting. Had all this fuckery from before, it's just the train was way back there for some reason. See, this bit works great. Well, it stops working at some point. Right. Okay. I'm more confident to try and have a go at fixing this again now, because it's not... Right. Well, if I have to try not to... Right, save here. What I want to do is... we're gonna delete that. Right, because clearly something is gone wrong. And delete that. Like, now we don't need to do this, but just because this is like true flat, it'll help us kinda like not trying. I'm just trying to make it have a flat, like, so we can actually have a baseline to build level. Because I think that's our issue is last time we didn't have a baseline to build something level. Because like, I thought it was level, but clearly it wasn't. And so now it's 0 degrees, which is what we were trying to aim for before. Is that corner too tight? Okay, we're going to not have that corner so tight, because wide and long is actually, yeah, we'll use the brick wall because look, one top and it's straight up 5 point something. Okay. So the game crashed. Okay. I don't know, man. Now I'm gonna get fucking audio, because that split second of music, right? I'm gonna get copyright strike now for guaranteed, and it's like 2 seconds of splits. I had an idea, didn't I? Right, there we go. Now we want to delete this section. And delete all that rubbish. Right, now we can set a true baseline. Right. Don't have to do this, but like this is the flattest. Like this piece is rigidly straight. You can't do anything, just link it. So I figured that's how we get like an actual, like, you know. It's unnecessary, but also kinda not, because now we also have height, which we were lacking. Like actual height we can manage too. If this works, that would be brilliant. Just save the game in case it crashes again. Right. Oh. I hope that split second of audio didn't screw me over with copyright. I don't think it should have. It wasn't like... I would be so happy if this worked first try. Okay, but that's not bad. Because that gives me an idea how to fix. This gives us our... Right. If this is how we're gonna get around it, then this is how we'll make it work for us. Even if I think this is done using those particular bridge pieces without like a gap to cross or anything. Building is making absolutely no sense right now, and I don't understand what the fuck's wrong in my mind. I just can't figure the fucking thing out when it... Like, how can we already be at some blah 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 baseline? It's just... I mean, we'll give it a run, but I don't know. I'm saving after every crash because, well, I mean, it hasn't crashed once, but I mean, just in case it crashes, I'm making saves, so we don't have to redo every fucking thing. What? No, don't make sense. There's just a random bush in the way now? Is that what did it? I think the train made us derail. I don't know. I'm so tired right now. Come on. I'm hoping that works. I'm really struggling to think. That looks super fucking tight and we're not gonna make it, are we? by the... Yeah.